Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Mars, and as you guys see in my background, I am on Need for Speed. I've been playing this game for a little bit, some time. I actually been, somewhat disappointed with the game. They haven't put multiplayer, but they finally put multiplayer. So now, as you guys know, I am a tuning guy. I am a, drag tune and all that. So let's show you what I've been working with, some of the things that I've seen and I've countered. I know you guys, some of the guys that already do have this game are kind of not familiar with like what's going on with like the performance parts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna little touch bases on that. Show you some of what like my idea, my processes might not work for you guys, or maybe you guys have better ideas, a better process. If so, put the comments down below. Besides that, I so let's get right to it. I just, you know what I'm saying, just want to put my ideas out there with the whole drag scene with this game. As you guys see on my background, I do have this beautiful Beetle. This is guaranteed to you to be so far the fastest car, as in drag racing. This is the fastest car that's has been there so far. It doesn't have that much horsepower, as you guys can see on the totem pole on the side. Pretty much it'll tell you, I have a little chart. So the horsepower is at the 572. The top speed is at 220. I have a great acceleration at the 1.7. The quarter mile is at the 8.53, but a lot of the drag race events on here is a little bit longer than the quarter mile. It feels like it's more like a half a mile for some reason. I don't know why they don't have quarter mile. Besides that, the nitrous capacity, you're going to always have it around 10. I believe when you first get a drag car, it should automatically be at 10, the capacity. But really, really important is to always look at the nitrous power, the NTO power. Now, the power is what gives it that initial power that I've noticed when I make a car. The power, it gives it that initial quickness from the line. A lot of the cars, when you drag race and you do this drag race with these cars, you're going to have that nitrous launch from the beginning. You're going to do the full rev, or the burnout as you call it. You're going to full launch the car, and then you're going to just hit nitrous throughout the race. You're going to get that advantage and always beat on that quarter mile. If it is a mile or half a mile tune, maybe you might work it a little bit different. But for me, I do like to do the quarter mile scene on here. What I've been noticing a lot is the guys, instead of using, like, my level is at 399. So what a lot of guys would do is they go by level. So they'll make everybody have a 300 level, and like that you can make a drag event, and then just like have only 8 people can actually join on the multiplayer, which kind of sucks. But yeah, you guys can actually go to the the bridges and stuff like that, and actually can do some nice runs. You can guys just turn off the car, get one guy in the middle, 2 guys on the side, and it'll be a nice little quarter mile run. So let me show you some of the cars that I do have right now. As a drag event, I do have this right here. As you can see, my NTO power with the nitrous is the 9.9. So I have it that power is, it's just screaming at you. The car is sitting at 642 horsepower with a 0 to 60 at a 1.90. This car is extremely fast as well. It is one of I believe, the top 5 is in the fastest cars, which this one is the number 1. Number 2 is that open wheel car. I think one of them is the dual. I can't never say that word, Duralic or whatever. The 240 Nissan. That one as well is extremely fast. Look at this one, guys. This one, I have it at 1100 horsepower. This is one of those Duralic cars. As you guys can see, the NTO power is at 6.8. I really wanted to get a lot higher, closer to if it's at 8.9, it'll work out a lot better for my initial launch with the nitrous. It'll work out extremely good for this car because, granted, guys, the power is always going to come. You're always going to get the power. The top speed will vary, which doesn't really matter. The 0 to 60 does matter. And of course the quarter mile, of course. But that NTO power, the that nitrous power that you want from the line, is what that officially gives you that heads up. That makes you just be ahead of everybody. Here goes another one. This is my GTR. It's just a fully built car. It's at 399. But the power, the NTO power, is only at a 5.2. So I'm trying to get it to be a lot higher. Anything that around the eights and the nines will be the best thing that I can find. But I this car was at a 7.9, I believe, at one point. But then I kept switching it because I kept thinking about power. Horsepower was actually better. But you're always gonna pretty much get horsepower. And then this is one of the other ones that I do have that I'm working on currently. I'm making this car more of a 300 level car, so I'm pretty much going to leave it the way it is with the lower horsepower, so like I can race with other cars and everybody else that brings out different cars. So I initially got this game for more of a, like just making random cars, more of like stance cars and stuff like that, so I can make some shows and stuff like that. I picked out like as in the drifting. I made a lot of the drifting cars, which I don't drift, but I use the camber that they give you with the drifting, so that I can use it as my advantage to making these stance cars that I have, as you guys can see. So let me just go to drag. In my drag, these are the remaining drag cars that I do have. This one is categorized as well. I'm trying to make it to just be 800 horsepower, but as you always can see, this one as well. I'm just, pretty much just working on some of the cars, and let me show you. Let's bring out the car and then show you some of the things that I've been working on and kind of the stuff that I focus on when I try to make one of these drag cars. I mean, because you really can't determine everything on you can't tune. So it's really like the tuning is not really there in this game, so you have to use what you got, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things I've noticed is having the same parts. All right, so we have this car right here. As you guys can see, it has the wheelie bar in the back. That's because I did put that super build on it, but yeah, I put all the parts back. Normally when you put the super build, it raises the car, it takes off the fenders on this particular car, and it just makes it look a little bit different. But I wanted it to look more of the original car, and then give it that real nice drag look with the wheelie bars in the back. Alrighty, so let's get right to over here. Alright, so we're gonna go in here. So now when you go in the shop, of course you guys have all these parts. Every part is labeled differently. As you can see the symbol on the side. Like my favorite ones are the Outlaws. Outlaws is one of the ones that I use the most. Now if the best ones to get is the ones that have 3 or more. In this like this one per se has brakes and nitrous, level 18 on the ECU. Now if you get one that has 4, it will be even more ideal. So now I'm gonna put this one on here because look, all it does is make my top speed lower, but it gives me a 9.9 on that nitrous boost, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna put that part on there. When you come here to equip, you can actually switch all of them. These are going to be the only 6 that you're going to be using. It's going to be head, block, ECU, gears, exhaust, turbo. There's some of the other ones will come with you're going to get like jump and brakes and stuff like that come packages in it. Yes, this one right here per se has all 3. This one also has all 3, and then all these have 2. So this car is really equipped, really good. The ideal thing to do is get 3, 3, 3, 3, like these 2. But if you can't, then you can always just keep on drag racing, and then you'll keep on getting more of these, and these will work out extremely good. So my car right now is fully equipped. I have it at 399, which is the max level that you can get it, and it's level 18. But as you can see, I have this one, and this one, which they all are American. And on the bottom it says a bonus. The bonus on the bottom will kind of give you a little hint of what the bonus is, because it says American, it says ×3 Americana, right? And then it has a little symbol of a fire, which that is the nitrous, and also has a little symbol of the icon symbol, which that'll be the airborne, which the car will make more of a wheelie and stuff like that or whatever. don't worry about that. Don't worry about the brakes. All you want to focus on is everything from the nitrous up. So the horsepower, the top speed, the 0 to 60. That is the main things to focus on when you guys are making a drag car. When you guys make a circuit car and stuff like that, those cars, then you have to focus on the brakes and all that stuff. But for these cars, you do not focus on the brakes. This is really, really good. With this, you can pretty much, if you want to have the same amount of things, like as for example, I have Americana, right? So you can just pretty much pick each one that you want. You can go to nitrous and all that, but all these two will be random, and then nitrous will be the one that be just nitrous. But since I want Americana, since I already have almost all my things pretty much Americana, I'm gonna give it a nice little wheel spin and see what I can get. See if I can get like 3 things under Americana. Let's see what happens. So I have acceleration and the head. It says jump and acceleration ×2. Now it hurts my, it gives me the air and landing and all that, but I don't want that. I want that NO2 power, which that's what I initially want. So I switch them always for the little points, because you're normally going to get more power. I mean more money when you do the drag races. When I hit the knives on this car, it just it really just shoots out and goes crazy. That's because of that power from the nitrous. As you guys can see, I do not have any brakes, but as you guys can see, this is my little routine. I will normally come out of the garage right here. I go straight down to here where I can build the cars, and then I go to this first drag race event, and every single time I just do this drag race event, do it, and I'm gonna get a lot of money on there. Always use all these right here. Per se, my car is not gonna wheelie because I have the wheelie bar. It's not really gonna wheelie as much because it's gonna stop it from doing it. But always do all those, and then like that, it'll get you the money and then the level. Yeah, I can get a good start. These gears are really short. The gears on this car is really short, so you always gotta focus on that. This thing is crazy fast. It's the fastest car there is. Will be this car. I know you can get it to be a lot faster in times and all that when it comes to this race right here, this drag event race, which I believe is a lot more than it is on that quarter mile. It's not actually a quarter mile. It's way more. And I don't like how they have it that you have to turn left and right, which that's not really how you do in a quarter mile. So I hope a lot of my information helped you guys a lot. For everybody that does have Need for Speed, you guys know that I do still adore Forza. I'm waiting for that new Forza to come out, or have any information on it. If you do guys have any information on the new Forza, please leave a description down below in the comments. I wanted to see some links and stuff like that about it. I know they have some rumors going around, but don't know how true the rumors are. But besides that, yeah, that's pretty much what I've learned with this game. And you see, like, this one has 2. It has brakes and nitrous, but it's hurting everything else, and that power is hurting my power. I don't need the brakes at all. So I'm gonna just switch it for one of these and then trade it for that. Alrighty, so pretty much this is what you guys are gonna always focus on when it comes to making the drag cars. Just always focus on that power and everything up from the horsepower and everything. Of course, you're gonna get the horsepower once you get the cars to level 18, but always trying to work on that, having the same amount of items. So if you guys see, per se, I have all these Americanas. I have 3 of them, so which giving me that ×3. Now if I have this one as well, Americana, and I have all 6 of them ×3 with 3 of them, then that will be the ultimate car. The ultimate car to have will be having 3, like this one. It says brakes, jump, and nitrous under the turbo class, and the name is Americana. Now imagine having this one being Americana, this one, all of them with 3, and all of them being Americana, level 18. This car will be the fastest, hands down. It is pretty quick right now the way that I have it, because I do have that NTO power at 9.9, but it's really good. It's a really fast car. Hope you guys focus on this. Hope you guys, when you guys make some drag cars, this is really extremely important to have a really fast car. And yeah, like always guys, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be around with another tuning video. Peace out, guys.